everybody, Nir Bashan here, author of The Creator Mindset. This is a book that McGraw-Hill released about creativity at work. I am so happy to be here on another very, very special episode of Coffee Break with my friend, Dr. Cindy McGovern, who published a book called Sell Yourself, How to Create, Live, and Sell a Powerful Personal Brand. Dr. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Nir. It's a great pleasure to be here.
This is very, very exciting. This is a topic near and dear to my heart. Dr. Cindy, tell us, why is this book so important right now?
Because people are selling the wrong thing, and it's preventing them from actually reaching their goals. They are selling themselves in not all the ways that they should be. They have a personal brand. They don't realize it, and I want to help them do it right.
So it sounds, Dr. Cindy, like there's a crisis in branding here, right? Where people don't really fully understand this. What in this book can somebody gravitate to right away that will help them start that process?
So the first thing is getting clear on what you even want and what message is out there about you. There's a narrative going on already. Is it on purpose? Are you controlling the narrative? Is your reputation the way you want it? Are your goals where you want them? All of these things go together. But the biggest challenge for people when they open this book is to be honest and open with themselves, take an inventory of who you're known as today. And then if it's not who you want your legacy to be, take action to fix it.
You wrote a very memorable part of this book about an architect who, an engineer who wanted to be an architect or a lawyer. I'm sorry. There's so many case studies in this thing. It's great. He was a lawyer. He wanted to be an architect, but his parents were like, no, go to law school and all this. And his brand was never really solidified as, he was always kind of the guy who did what his parents wanted him to do. Why is that so important as you move through life to recognize those things?
Because if you don't recognize it, you're going to wake up one day in somebody else's life. And that's literally what happened to that story in the book. It's a real story. All the stories are true. And you wake up living someone else's dream versus your own. And a lot of that has to do with how you brand yourself and how you're courageous in branding yourself and saying, hey, world, here are my superpowers. This is what I bring to the table. And this is why it's going to help the world.
I love it, Dr. Cindy. Isn't that really hard, though? I mean, that seems like hard work, right? I have to look inside. I have to be authentic. I have to be real. Again, the book is called Sell Yourself, How to Create, Live, and Sell a Powerful Personal Brand. Incredibly, incredibly good book. Lots of very real case studies. Isn't that hard to do? I mean, shouldn't I just do something else?
So it can be hard to do if you feel that it's daunting, but I would argue that everybody's selling themselves already. So it's sort of like having a recipe. You can have a great recipe and come out with the same result every time and what you want, or you can kind of wing it. And so I would argue that those that haven't really thought about it are winging it, and maybe they get a different result if they do it a little bit intentionally.
My guest today, Dr. Cindy McGovern. She published a book called Sell Yourself, How to Create, Live, and Sell a Powerful Personal Brand. Dr. Cindy, creativity is really important to me, especially at work. How does this help us become more creative?
Once you start tapping into who you are and who you want to be known as in the world, I call them your superpowers in the book. And it's identifying what those are and how they make an impact on other people. And so that sparks creativity. When you start tapping into your super talents and your superpowers, it really sparks an opportunity to look for new ways to share those. And so that sparks creativity, sparks collaboration, and quite frankly, brings a little bit more fun back to the workplace too.
My guest, Dr. Cindy McGovern, the book called Sell Yourself. I gotta tell you, Cindy, this is such a easy read. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, there's something about it that's so familiar and approachable. It just, the pages fly. An hour or two later, I'm almost done with the book. This is just a really well-written work. I thank you deeply, Dr. Cindy, for being on the show. Get a copy of the book. It's called Sell Yourself, How to Create, Live, and Sell a Powerful Personal Brand. Thank you so much, Dr. Cindy.
Thank you for having me.